Hey there, Heather Hiller, Fifth Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another PC Replay Baseball tournament. We're doing our 64 team thing. We are doing the B section with 32 more teams. I know that it would be a nice 64 team tournament, but the fact is that I had to split them into two groups of 32. The one group had the ones that were randomly selected, like what, the two seed or something like that, downwards. But yeah, we're doing these ones. As you can see, there are 16 matchups, 32 teams, best of 7. It's best of 7 each way to make it more fair to everybody. Let's take a look at the bracket. You got yourself the 1953 Yankees, who were in real life on the cusp of winning their 5th straight World Series championship, taking on the 1920 Cleveland Indians, who were the first Cleveland team to win a championship. And that was when Bill Wamsgauss had that unassisted triple play and Elmer Smith hit the grand slam in the World Series. 1941 Brooklyn, the team that suffered in real life when Mickey Owen dropped that Hugh Casey ball in Game 4. That would have helped Brooklyn tie the series in real life. They take on the 2005 St. Louis Cardinals, 1 year away from going to the World Series and winning it, despite winning, what, 83 games? Anyway, the 1911 A's are in. That's basically the first A's team ever with home run Baker and the $100,000 infield. $100,000 is not much nowadays. They take on the 1930 Chicago Cubs, known for Hack Wilson and his 190 RBIs. The 1985 Toronto Blue Jays, my team, my hometown team, taking on in my hometown year, aka my birth year, 1985. The team that won 99 games were supposed to win the ALCS, and if it was best of 5 like it used to be from 69 to 84, the Blue Jays would have went to the World Series against the Cardinals. Probably got their ass kicked. So anyway, regardless of that, that's what happened. Um, and yeah, they choked to the Kansas City Royals. They take on the 2005 Cleveland Indians, who Data won before likes. And you know this classic line when I did the 2005 Cleveland replay with Grady Sizemore, he's hitting home run, and I basically said when he hit home run, that's right, I spanked him because of a Hot in Cleveland episode in which Elka, aka Betty White, did that to Grady Sizemore, and he was on fire. The 2005 Texas Rangers taking on the 1955 Yankees. The 2005 Rangers, I don't know how good they were in real life, but anyway, the 55 Yankees, the team that shockingly lost to the Dodgers in the World Series that year, giving Brooklyn and the Dodgers franchise its first ever title. The 1977 New York Yankees, who were in the middle of some stuff with the Bronx Zoo, the Bronx is burning and all that during the World Series. The 77 Yankees picked up Reggie Jackson as a free agent from the Orioles. And, you know, he didn't get along with Billy Martin, who basically said about Reggie and George Steinbrenner, one's a born liar, one's a born convict. They take on the 1969 Chicago Cubs, who seem to have first place sewn up in the new National League East. Unfortunately, the black cat in front of the dugout ruined them, and also the fact that the '69 Cubs had to play a lot of had to play a lot of afternoon games because you know they didn't have lights at Wrigley till 1988. The 1980 Philadelphia Phillies, the team that finally won the Phillies a World Championship, they were the last of the original 16 franchises to win the World Series. You would think that it's like the Browns slash the Orioles or the Senators slash Twins, but no, it wasn't. It was the Phillies who were the last one. They take on the 1960 Milwaukee Braves, who somehow won the 1960s tournament and won a lot of hearts. The 1947 Cleveland Indians, I think they took, what, second in the 47 tournament? Well, anyway, they take on the 1930 Washington Senators, a few years removed from Walter Johnson. The 1969 Houston Astros, who pulled a massive upset in the 69 stuff. But anyway, yeah, 69 Astros having a young Joe Morgan on that team. They take on the 1908 Chicago Cubs, the team that was the last Cubs franchise team to win the World Series for 108 years. The 1908 Cleveland Indians, not 2008, but 1908 Cleveland. Take on the 1912 Red Sox. You know, Cleveland was in that big pennant race with the White Sox in Detroit for first place, and it was huge. And the 1912 Red Sox winning the World Series in their first year at Fenway Park. And no, they didn't have the Green Monster until 1933. But yeah, 1912 Red Sox in play. Team that won in the final game of the World Series thanks to Fred Snodgrass's missed outfield play. The 1941 Red Sox with Ted Williams, the guy who hit 406. They take on the 93 White Sox, who, Frank Thomas was good, Jack McDowell, so the MVP and the Cy Young were both from the White Sox, but they fell to the Blue Jays in the LCS in 6 games, and of course, kind of an RIP to Greg Gumbel because Greg Gumbel did Chicago sports for a while. 1979 Baltimore Orioles are in this thing. They were actually up 3-1 in the World Series in real life against the Pirates, but they blew it. The 2016 Chicago Cubs are in this. They take on the 2016 Chicago Cubs, who finally broke the 108-year jinx. All that I had the man crush on Kyle Schwarber. The 1977 Kansas City Royals and the 1977 Reds were somehow drawn with each other. In real life, the 77 Royals lost Game 5 of the LCS at home to the Yankees, had a chance to win the World Series, a trip to the World Series, and the 77 Reds were just off their back-to-back years as the Big Red Machine trying to go 3 for 3. The 1985 Dodgers are in this thing. They were victimized in the NLCS in real life by the Cardinals, thanks to Ozzie Smith's home run in Game 5 and then Jack Clark in Game 6. The 61 Giants, a very good team 1 year before they went to the World Series in real life. The 1990 A's are in this thing. They are decent. Their 3rd straight trip to the World Series, but second time they faltered. They lost to the Reds in real life. The 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates are in this game, thanks to the all franchise thing. But yeah, the 1960 Pirates, Bill Mazeroski's walk-off home run. Game 7 was hectic. I mean, yeah, Mazeroski's home run was big, but can you imagine the Yankees and Pirates were just going to and fro? And the 47 Yankees take on the 1961 Yankees. Kind of drew each other. 61 Yankees, the M&M boys, Mantle and Maris, and expansion, and the chase for Ruth's record. So let's take a look at the schedule for the 16 matchups. And I'm going to have to determine which one I want to do first. Yeah, I know that Cleveland pitcher looks so terrible. Okay, so we're going with no. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go with the 79 Orioles and the 2016 Cubs first. And then we're going to go. Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, 79 Baltimore against 2016 Cubs. 85 LA and 61 San Francisco will be our second part of the doubleheader. So the rules, of course, are that we play a game, like we play the whole 9 inning thing for 2 teams, and they only get 1 chance to be on TV, and all that. And then try as many matchups as I can. So the 79 Orioles take in the 2016 Cubs. Baltimore, this is their lineup. Kiko Garcia. They have Mark Belanger. And I know it's Bellinger. But remember, I'm Canadian, so I pronounce it Belanger. Cubs, Matt Scherzer. No fucking way. My man Kyle Schwarber has to be in the starting lineup. Here we go.
Replay Radio is live from Chicago.
Top of first. Field. The center field Schwarber and all that. John Lester, 32 years old, 19-5 in real life. He starts for the Cubs. He will first face Al Bunbury, 32 years old. Pop up to second base.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Rick Dempsey, great catcher, 29 years old. He's batting second. That's weird. And he hits a base hit to left field. Fire Schwarber.
1 out, man on first.
There's Gary Roenick, 24 years old. Hit to Addison. That's a base hit. First and second. Dempsey is not a fast runner, so
1 out, men on first and second.
Ken Singleton, 31 years old, 35 home runs. The pride of the Expos until they freaking traded him for Mike Torres. Big mistake. Take it back. That one. That ain't a single. That's a home run. So call him Al.
He now has
Call
3
him,
RBIs
call him
today.
Ken Home Runton. 3-0.
1 out, bases empty.
Right off the bat. Doug DeSantis, third base, 28 years old. He would transition well as a California Angel. And a fly ball to Hayward makes the catch 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Eddie Murray. First baseman, 23 years old, a young prospect, Eddie Murray. Hit to Sobrist, possible error. Ooh, boy. Pretty good. So, 3 runs,
3 runs,
home run by Ken
3
Singleton.
hits, and none left on. Bottom of the first.
3-0. And now we go to the bottom of the first. Dennis Martinez, 25 years old, 15 and 16. Pretty good, but then his career got ruined by alcoholism, and then he sobered up and then ended up on the Expos. A lot of people said that Martinez was a terrible pitcher when he became sober, but no, a couple years later, he proved them fucking wrong. Sorry, that's how I feel. Anyway, Dexter Fowler, the 30-year-old center fielder, is first. Hit to Belanger. Oh, no, it's an error. And the veteran will not make the error.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Jason Hayward, 142 games at 26 years old. He's in it.
1 out, man on first.
Chris Bryant, the prospect that the Cubs put up there, 39 home runs at 24 years old. It's Belanger, and they'll get the lead runner. Possible double play, though. Is it going to be a pivot? Tis. So 6-4-3 Money in the Bank catching.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left on. Top of the second.
On to the second. Bottom of the order. Lee May, 36 years old. Still hitting home runs. Lee May involved in one of the worst trades in baseball history when the Reds had him, and then the Astros wanted Lee May so desperately they decided to get rid of Joe Morgan in that 7-player deal. Hit to Bryant, and he out. Now.
1 out, bases empty.
Mark Belanger, 34 years old, 101 games. And Lester flips it to Russo, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Rich Dower, the number 9 hitter, 26 years old. And he strikes out. So a better inning for Lester this time.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Gonna make him
Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second, Rizzo leads off. 26-year-old prospect, 32 years old. Sedging. That means strike 3.
1 out, bases empty.
And Sobrist, 35 years old, Tampa Bay icon. And a foul out to Belanger, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Corey Soler, 24 years old. Everyone is a DH today. We used the DH because we want another bat off the bench.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Top of the third.
Yeah, it would be a battle of World Series winners, but, you know, like I said, the 79 Royals loved it. Here's Bunbury, second time around. Hit to Sobrist. Possible error. Tis not an error. There was only
1 out, bases empty.
3 numbers that would have gotten involved. Here's Dempsey. Base hit. Early hook. Well, we
1
obey
out,
the early
man on
hook
first.
rule. So John Lester is going to be gone, baby gone. It will be Spencer Patton, because they're in the third. So Spencer Patton, 16 games as a 28-year-old, he's going to come in to pitch. And balls, but not 2 more.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Gronick. That one. Gary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? No bells and bluebell shells, and a home run in the yard. 5-0.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Singleton. Glad you can't plunk him. Round about the third, he out. So yeah.
2 outs, bases empty.
Tough start. Everything was random. Here's the census. A rare plate. Is it an odd number? It's not. It's going to be the census. It's a sprint race. Can Patton get him out? It's a 4. He's out. But Roenick goes
2
deep for
runs,
2-run home
2
run.
hits,
So
and none left on.
5 RBIs by
Bottom of the
the
third.
outfielders. 5-0, and now here's Wilson Contreras, the catcher, 76 games as a 24-year-old. Ground ball to DeSenses. Out.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Addison Russell, a shortstop, 22 years old, prospect. He flies to left. Roenick makes the catch, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Kyle Schwarber, 23 years old. He only played 2 games because he got injured in spring training. He was a valuable bat as a DH. Good series. And I kind of have to man push him. Because it's weird how...
2 outs, men on first.
Like, I adored the 2004 Red Sox, despite me being a Blue Jays fan, and I grew towards Mark Bellhorn, whereas for the 2016 Cubs, I grew towards Kyle Schwarber. And this was before he became the home run threat of the world. Schwarber will hang on.
2 outs, men on first.
Here's Fowler. This could be big. Schwarber will hold. He doesn't have to.
2 outs, men on second and third.
Second there for Hayward. Can he deliver? To Dower, he out. Cubs had a chance, but the Orioles...
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on.
I'm actually contemplating... I'm contemplating if I want to move forward or not. Yeah, why not? Murray. Fly ball to center.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Lane. Being played by the shortstop.
2 outs, bases empty.
Boulanger. He's out, so that's 3 outs.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth for Chris Bryant. That's it.
No outs, men on first.
Rizzo. Pops up, Dower will make the play.
1 out, men on first.
Zobrist. Deep fly to left, Roenick makes the play.
2 outs, men on first.
We're still there. And he flies out, so 5-0, I think.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the fifth.
Yeah, I'll simulate the next few minutes. Top of the 7th, it is 5-2, so the game's kind of closer. Well, it's time for Cutter's Baseball Stories. So anyway, let's talk about both these teams. The 79 Orioles, great team. Now, one of the weird thing is, I don't think he's on the roster for some effed up reason. I think. Hang on. You'll know who I'm talking about. Oh, no, he is. Okay, so Lowenstein is on the roster. Because I had some troubles with Lowenstein. Because he wasn't on the original 79 Orioles. But, John Lowenstein, out of freaking nowhere. A pinch hit 3-run home run to beat the Angels in Game 1 of the LCS. So that was just amazing what he could have done. Yeah, as I said, the 79 Orioles were up 3-1. They could have won the World Series, but they choked the last 3 games away. But the Cubs, man. Everyone was talking about how jinxed the Cubs were. As early as 1945, when Billy Cyanis, a tavern owner, had 2 seats for the World Series, but was denied because he was taking his pet goat and his billy goat. But they said no, and he says, "I will curse the Cubs. You will pay for not having my billy goat." So anyway, the Cubs were jinxed. You know, the Black Cat in 1969. 1984, they finally went and get to the playoffs for the first time in 39 years. And what happens? They're up 2-0 in the LCS. Padres win 3 straight, and that's it. The Padres win the trip to the World Series because the LCS at the time was best of 5. Whether it was because of the Cubs' choke job in 1984 or not, the powers that be in Major League Baseball decided to make it a best of 7 LCS in 1985, screwing the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays would have went to the World Series easily at 3-1. But of course, 3 games to 1. They choked. And then you got the Cardinals taking the Dodgers in 6. The Dodgers would have won game 5. Ozzie Smith's home run would have been one of the most famous home runs because it would have been a pennant winning home run instead of just a home run that wins game 5 to go to game 6 in Los Angeles. But the Cardinals up 3-2. And then the Cubs jinxed themselves. 1998, Harry Carey dies, and then somehow they win that one-game wildcard game against the Giants, and then the Braves just beat the shit out of them. And then 2003, they went through, had a chance to go to the World Series. They were up 3 games to 1 on the Marlins in the LCS, but then they choked game 5 in Miami. Then game 6 at home. No big deal. You have Wood and Pryor pitching if need be. And Pryor did okay, but then he faltered in the 8th, and then, of course, Bartman made that play and all that. It wasn't Bartman at first. Like, it was off some guy first, but it just happened to be off Bartman's hands, and they blamed Bartman for everything, and they basically made him a pariah. Worst of all, the Marlins scored 8 runs that 8th inning, and Alex Gonzalez, the former Blue Jay, basically botched a double play ball, but he was all too happy to blame Bartman for it, basically trying to deflect the blame off himself. I see you, Alex Gonzalez. Fuck you. You suck. But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, the Cubs were jinxed because of Bartman and all that, but they kept creeping. 2015, they went to the NLCS, got their butts handed them by the Mets in a sweep because Daniel Murphy was just on frickin' fire. Or was it David Murphy? No, it was Daniel Murphy. But anyway, yeah, the 2016 Cubs got together. Schwarber injured himself in spring training. Everyone thought he was not going to play at all. But he came through and he played in the World Series. And I kind of grew myself towards Schwarber and the Cubs. I mean, dude, they had to play the Giants. The Giants in 2010, 2012, 2014 won the World Series. So basically, it was their year to win the World Series because it was an even number year. But the Cubs said, not this time, and then had that big 9th-inning rally in Game 4 of the NLDS to screw the Giants over. And then, of course, the Cubs beat the Dodgers thanks to Montero's grand slam in Game 1. Cubs win in 6. They go to the World Series against Cleveland. They're down 3-1, and it was like, oh, well, the Cubs will never win the World Series. But somehow, in some way, they won the next 3 games, including that epic Game 7 that actually had a rain delay. And the Cubs survived in the 10th inning. So, back to the game. All right, so Kyle Hendricks is on the bump. He'll face Eddie Murray first, and he flies to left. Wow, I'm looking at the Orioles.
1 out, bases empty.
5 runs on 5 hits. Here's May. To Silveres. Egon, 2 outs. Is that a man mooning?
2 outs, bases
no,
empty.
That's not mooning. That's it. Khaki pants. Here's Belanger. He flies to left.
And just like that, the inning's over.
On the side.
Bottom of the 7th.
It is 5-2, so not a blowout yet. Contreras will whiff.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Russell. He will.
1 out, man on first.
I think it'll be okay. Addison, is he going to take the steal? Nope.
1 out, man on first.
Schreiber will hit it to Dower, who gets the double play. 4-6-3 Monday Night Catching.
That's their second double play turn today.
And the Orioles are still up 5-2.
No runs, 1 hit,
They got
and none left on.
5 runs on the bases.
Top of
So
the 8th.
Ken Singleton, first inning home run for 3, and Gary Rodek's 2-run hater tot in the 3rd. Here's Dower. And he hits it to Russell. Out of first.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Bunbury. That's it. And I think that's going to be the end of it for Hendricks.
1 out,
2 innings,
man on first.
16 wins. Yeah, Kyle Hendricks did well, but they need some pitching. So it's going to be Everett. Chapman's not on this roster, right? No, Chapman's not on this roster, which is stupid. But anyway, yeah, Carl Edwards Jr. No, his father is not a NASCAR driver. 24 years old, Dempsey will ground out. Bunbury will jump to second base. I thought that was number 3.
2 outs, man on second.
Here's Roenick.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 8th.
On the 8th, Flower, Hayward, and Bryant. Base tennis. Deep fly ball, Singleton makes the catch.
1 out, bases empty.
Hayward, ground ball to third, consensus for count 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
And Chris Bryant. Nice job. Over the keeper. 5-2.
2 outs, men on first.
Well, they got 2 outs. Now they said there's 2 outs. Fair play. Is it an odd number? It is a 5, so we go to the playbook. It is now a 1-6. Grounder to third. The census has a terrible throw, but does Dowder save him?
And 2 outs, men on first and second.
They're debating whether to put take Martinez out or not. They're going to take him out. I mean, that's not a bad idea. And Scott McGregor is going to come in pitch. I'm going to go with Scott McGregor. It's 13-6. Hit to DeSensis. He gets out this time, so that's a smart idea.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on.
Martinez is the closer, is he not?
Top of the 9th.
But anyway, top of the 9th, you got Singleton, DeSensis, and Murray. Pitch to Singleton. 2 strikes out. Yeah.
1 out, bases empty.
DeSensis is they're going to take DeSensis out, and it will be Mr. Lowenstein, the guy who hit that home run in Game 1 of the World LCS. They're going to let him hit. Hit to Soberst, and possible error. Yes, sir. So Lowenstein is out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Eddie Murray. And strike out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Look at the time. Only Bunbury, Dempsey, Koronic, and Singleton have hits. 5 through 9, no hits. Seriously.
Bottom of the 9th.
Oh, third base can't be Lowenstein. Oh no, he says he can play third base. Fine, he can play third base. McGregor is going to be taken out, and it will be Tippy Toe Martinez. Tippy Toe Martinez is the closer. 29 years old. 4 years later, he would screw the Blue Jays over. Here's Soler. I think they wanted to get rid of Soler as a hitter.
1 out, bases empty.
Contreras and Russell. Where's Contreras?
1 out, men on first.
Tippy. That's a 2-2, a possible mistake by Dempsey. But it's not.
1 out, men on first.
Daddy. That's it. Second. Look at first.
1 out, men on first and third.
They're going to let him hit.
1 out, bases loaded.
Pitch to Fowler. And he walks. Bases loaded walk. It's 5-3. I don't think I've seen a bases loaded walk.
1 out, bases loaded.
No, but anyway, here's Hayward. Strike 3. So now they need hits.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Here's Bryant. Strike 3.
Baltimore wins a nail biter. Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
The Orioles win 5-3. Martinez beats Lester. Tippy Toe Martinez with the save, and MVP is Dennis Martinez. So the final line score: Baltimore 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. That's funny how only 1 guy left the base. The count's 3 runs on 9 hits and 9 left on. So, yeah. They went with Tippy for the save because I think Tippy Martinez was the closer. All right, so that's that. And now let's head to San Francisco. It's the 85 Dodgers and the 61 Giants. Dodgers-Giants, always a big rivalry. The Dodgers go with that lineup. And I don't know about Whitfield or Gilberto Reyes. I'm going to go Mantuzek at DH, and I need a right fielder. I don't know who was a right fielder. Steve Yeager? Who was right field? All these guys are right field. Candy Maldonado. 121 games with the Dodgers. So they're going to put Candy Maldonado in right field. Because why not? The 61 Giants go with that lineup. Only Kuhn and Marty Alou. Jim Marshall. I'm going to go with Kuhn at DH. I think Harvey Kuhn could be the DH.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing as John Kiley plays our national anthem.
Replay Radio is live from San Francisco. Top of the first.
Cats being cats. Yeah. Enjoy the fine beer. Yeah, that is an awkward picture at Candlestick Park with that turf and all that. But anyway, Mike McCormick, 22 years old, 13 and 16. He's your starting pitcher for the Giants in this game. Mariano Duncan, for future Philly icon in the 93 World Series. I think he was a Blue Jay, wasn't he? Oh no, that's one son involved. But anyway, Mariano Duncan comes out, 22 years old. And he will ground out Pagan to McCubby, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
And now Ken Landreau, 30 years old, pretty good veteran. Fly ball, Mays makes the catch, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Mike Marshall, first base. And no, he's not that screwball pitcher who won the 1974 NLCS. 25 years old, 28 home runs. And that's a hit. It's
2 outs, men on first.
Here's Pedro Colorado, 28 years old, 33 home runs. And he grounds out, put on McCovey. So 1 hit, but nothing else.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the first.
Here is Fernando. RIP, 1985. He was 17 and 10 with the Dodgers. Joey Amarfurtino, 27 years old. On the roster. And he hits it to Mariano, who might make a mistake. But he doesn't. So that's a 6-3.
1 out, bases empty.
On the scoreboard. And now Jim Davenport, third base, 27 years old. And a fly to Maldonado, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
There's Willie McCovey, 106 games as a 23-year-old. He's kind of blossomed now. And he takes a whiff.
An easy inning to score, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Top of the second.
Top of the second, Bill Madlock, 34 years old. The batting average style, Bill Madlock. Pirates. Mad Dog,
1 out, bases empty.
Mike Scioscia, the Everlasting catcher, 26 years old. Ground ball to Davenport, out. That's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
Now Candy Maldonado, 24 years old, 121 games with the Dodgers. I didn't know that. Where was he in the postseason? All that might be gone. Now, small jump, but it's a base hit, nevertheless. Candy Maldonado.
2 outs, men on first.
Gets a hit, and now Steve Sachs, second base, 25 years old. The end of the story again. And he grounds to Amaturo. Gutter. That's 3rd out.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
Fernando to say hey, Willie Mays, 30 years old, 40 home runs. He's a hitter. Hit to Duncan, and he out, 6-3.
1 out, bases empty.
Yeah, you notice that the 61 Dodgers have 154 games, and a lot of people are like, wait a minute, wasn't 1961 Yankees with 162 games? You're right, but the 80 extra games was because the AL expanded to Washington. Well, the first Washington team moved to Minnesota. To Washington and then Los Angeles for the Angels. So they added the 80 extra games. The NL went to 162 the next year when the Mets and Astros came in play. Here's Cepeda, 23 years old, 46 home runs. Strike 3, big straight up for Fernando.
2 outs, bases empty.
And Harvey Kuhn make DH, 30 years old. In a famous trade that Detroit traded him to Cleveland for Rocky Colavito. And he hits it to second, and he's gone. So Fernando gets him.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Make you mine.
Top of the third.
Top of the third, Line Matusek, the former Blue Jay, who was traded to LA for Al Scoop Oliver, if I remember correctly. So yeah, 30 years old. He was supposed to be the DH for the Blue Jays, but they actually traded him away.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
There's Duncan, and he hits it to short and force at second. So they'll cut the lead runner. Sometimes that's good.
One out, men on first.
That's the best move. Now Duncan will try a steal, maybe. And he holds.
One out, men on first.
Here's Sandro. And he reaches. First and second. I think that's the first Dodger to reach second base.
One out, men on first and second.
Here's Marshall. Hit to Davenport. Double play. And the inning is done.
No runs, one hit, and one left on. Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the order. Felipe Alou, 26 years old at the time, future star manager with the Expos. No, this is a single.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
The shortstop, 26 years old.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Woo! Bunts. Nylock sees it and gets the runner at first, so Felipe will scamper to second.
One out, men on second.
There's Ed Bailey, 30 years old. And he takes a whiff.
Two outs, men on second.
That he wouldn't want to take away from. Here's Joey. Is it a rare play? No, it's just a dribbler. Fernando's got to get on his horse. Joey does have good speed. Get up. You can see
2 outs, men on first and third.
Can he score? No. Good hit, but Guerrero makes the catch in the Giants.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the fourth.
And now Pedro Guerrero has the more 90s style candlestick park is shown. So Pedro Guerrero leads off. And he will take a walk again.
No outs, men on first.
Bill Madlock, line drive to the gap. It will be a double. So Madlock's got the hit. Guerrero will stay.
No outs, men on second and third.
And now Sosha. Can you get a hit? Nope.
1 out, men on second and third. They brought the infield in.
They're going to intentionally walk him to get the sacks. I don't know.
1 out, bases loaded.
I wouldn't have done that. Sacks. Ground ball to Amarillo. Double play. They worked it.
That's their second double play turn today.
And the Dodgers can't score again.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on. Bottom of the fourth.
They were leading them left and center. Covey. We drive to center. Landro will make the catch.
1 out, base is empty.
Mays. Say goodbye. That was. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey.
1 out, base is empty.
1-0. That's why he's the man. Base
1 out, men on first.
Fernando, you don't own my butt. Zepeda's going to steal because that's a plus sign. It is a 5-3. It's a steal. So Zepeda steals second. So now they're trying to disrupt
1 out, men on second.
Rhythm. Good. That's a big switch. He's a single. Zepeda will hang on at third.
1 out, men on first and third.
If it was a double, I think Cepeda would have scored. Now Alu's got a chance to do something. Got it. Makes it.
1 out. Men on first and third.
Here's Pagan. And he strikes. Oh, trying to get another RBI.
2 outs. Men on first and third.
Bailey. Hit to Duncan.
2 outs. Men on first and second.
Here's Joey. Strikes out, but they get 3 runs thanks to
3 runs,
a home run
5
by
hits,
Mays,
and 2 left
Alu,
on.
and Bailey getting RBIs when they can.
Top of the 5th.
Now here's Matusek.
1 out, bases empty.
Duncan. What is he gonna do? A 5, so it's a rare play. It is a 2-1. Ground in the hill at first base. Cormac will not get there, so it's a looping single.
1 out, men on first.
Now, how many things is there? There's 12, right? 1, 1, 1, 6. So there's 36 different angles. 1, 1, 1, 2. Anyway, here's Landro. Hit to Pagan. Possible double play. Never say never. Just 1. Okay, they get the lead runner.
2 outs,
They will
men
get
on
their
first.
third double play in 5 innings. Marshall. Big hit, but Alu makes the catch. So the Dodgers can't get anything
No runs,
again.
1 hit,
Once
and
again,
1
they
left
leave a
on.
runner in
Bottom of the 5th.
the base path. Here's Davenport. Hit to Sox, and he gone.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's McCovey. Sashi strikes out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Fernando pitches to Mays. Oh, it's a bird play. It's a 6. Nope. Mays will have to hustle. I think only one number can screw Mays over. It's a 5.
2 outs, men on first.
You're like, yeah. It's going to be Castillo. Bobby Castillo is going to come in. Hershiser is ready to pitch next game, so they can't do anything about it. And a line out. So Castillo does his job as a 30-year-old.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 6th.
Here's Pedro.
1 out, bases empty.
Madlock. Grounder, 1-3.
2 outs, bases empty.
Sosha. He singles. That's the main.
2 outs, men on first.
Here's Maldonado.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 6th.
On the 6th for Kuhn. He'll lead off against Castillo. Hit to Sachs. Hit.
No outs, men on first.
Here's Alu. My ball girl says, I'll take that or not.
1 out, men on first.
Here's Pagan. Leaving play, 2 down.
2 outs, men on first.
Here's Bailey. Strike 3.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 7th.
So, another look at Candlestick Park. And now here's Sachs. Base hit.
No outs, men on first.
Sachs is potentially winning this game. Potentially. He does. So Sachs will steal second base, trying to get the Dodgers a run.
No outs, man on second.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, we'll do it for the 8th. Who's that?
1 out, man on second.
I know here's Lincoln. Ow! Why are you plunking?
1 out, men on first and second.
That wasn't smart. Here's Landro. That's a walk. Bases are now full of giant killers.
1 out, bases loaded.
Mike Marshall can ruin this. Emmer Trillo, loose check. It is higher, so they will keep him around. Bases are loaded.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Pedro's up. And another flyout. So
no runs, 1 hit, and 3 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
Castillo to Evertrillo. Strike 3. The Dodgers have left runners on
1 out, base is
every
empty.
inning. So there hasn't been a 1-2-3 inning from the opponent. Emperor. So strike 3.
2 outs, base is empty.
And here comes McCovey. 1 out.
2 outs, men on first.
2 outs, and that's going to be the end of Castillo's day. It will be Alejandro Pena. He's going to come in. 25-year-old. Or here to start. Hit the shortstop. Possible error.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Here's Cepeda. Looking right to center. That's going to drop. Base hit.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Here's Kuhn. Punch.
2 outs, bases loaded.
Here's the loop. Bases loaded, and he singles. So the Giants are Are you going to let Cepeda score? Yes. 2 RBIs for trailing runners move up. A 3 and a 4. It is a 1, so they'll move up.
He now has 3 RBIs today.
So Felipe has 3 RBIs. It's 6-0.
2 outs, men on second and third.
And Pena, he's losing his touch. He's going to pitch again. Hang on. I think we got to get well, it's a 2 RBI single by Pagan. It's 8-0. So let's back to the Dodgers.
2 outs, men on first.
Pena has given up 3 hits without 4 runs without getting one to die. So it's going to be Rick Honeycutt. He's going to come in for the team. 25 starts. Yeah, he was a starter at one time. And then he became a so fly ball to right, so he gets it out. But
5 runs, 3 hits,
completely
1
shits the
error,
bed.
and 1 left on.
8-0 Giants.
Top of the 8th.
The Dodgers are probably going to be like 8-0. You can't win, so let's just walk away. Yeah, they're going to probably just dump their guys off. So it's time for Cutter's Baseball Stories. 61 Giants. Yeah, they got some good hitting and all that. 62 was their high point. High water mark. Yeah, the 85 Dodgers. Well, I think they were decent. Good franchise and all of that. Went to the NLCS against the Cardinals. Played a tight 6-game series. Dodgers, were they up 2 games to 1 or not? I can't remember. But yeah, the Dodgers thought they caught a break when Vince Coleman rolled his leg on the due to the automatic tart machine. So it looked like it was going to be game, set, match, and the Dodgers were going to take advantage of it, but not so fast. They gave up. Well, Tom Niedenfuer came in against Ozzie Smith and gave up the home run to right field, which Ozzie Smith could not bat right-handed. He never hit a home run batting righty, and he did it, or lefty, I guess. He got it, and then Jack Buck said, "Go crazy, folks, go crazy." And the Dodgers lose game 5. Game 6, they go back to Dodger Stadium. Niedenfuhr is back on the mound against Jack Clark. They could have walked Clark to pitch to blank Van Slyke, but Lasorda was not so certain about Van Slyke, even though Van Slyke was having a terrible LCS. They pitched to Clark. He made them pay. Niedenfuhr, I think, retired at the end of the year. But yeah, the Dodgers, they did win the World Series 3 games later, so there's something. Yeah, they're basically going to wave the white flag. Terry Whitfield is going to come in to hit, and he. Yeah, I think.
One out, base is empty.
8-0. You're going to just dump your guys off. Steve Yeager's going to come in. 36-year-old catcher. Hit to Amatrillo, he's out. So, yeah, Yeager, still around. One of the core
2 outs, base is empty.
World Series. And Maldonado is going to walk. It's Bob Baylor, the former Blue Jay. The 33-year-old, the former Blue Jay in their expansion season. That's a base hit, so Baylor gets a hit. So, again, the Dodgers don't
2 outs, men on first.
Steve Sachs is gone. Greg Brock is going to come in and hit. He's going to hit the second, and he's out. So, nice job there.
No runs,
by
1
McCormick.
hit, and 1 left
Until
on.
McCormick pitches
Bottom of the 8th.
8-0. We're going to just... In the meantime, third base will go to Baylor. Second base will go to Ramsey. They're just going to let these guys play right field to Reggie Williams. Behind the plate, it will be Reyes. Gilberto Reyes will come in to catch. Amatrillo gone. Matty Alou comes in to hit. And walks.
No outs, men on first.
There's Jim Davenport. There goes Jim Davenport. He's gone, so Jim Marshall will come in to hit. And no, not the Minnesota Vikings player. Live on the left, Guerrero makes the catch.
1 out, men on first.
Here comes McCovey. There goes McCovey. It's Broussard. He's going to come in to pinch it. Hit to Ramsey. Double play. That ends the inning, and good news for...
No runs, no hits, and none left on. Top of the 9th.
Top of the 9th. Giants making their moves. Broussard to third base. Second base will be taken over by Bowman. First base will be taken over by Marshall. And that's it. Matusek is out. It will be Jose Gonzalez coming into game, and he singles. So the Dodgers have not been retired 1, 2, 3 all inning. All day. Duncan is gone, so it's going to be Franklin Stubbs, 24 years old. Prospect. And a pop up to Bowman. There we go.
1 out, men on first.
Kenny Landrew is going to come in, and it's going to be Stu Pedersen, 25 years old. He's going to get a chance to hit. And he flies to center, 2 down.
2 outs, men on first.
2 outs for Marshall. He's done. It will be Enos Cabell who will come in to hit. 35-year-old. He picked up for the Astros for help. Hit to second base. He's out. So the Dodgers
San Francisco wins the game easily.
3 runs in the 4th, 5 runs in the 7th.
From all of us at Replay Games,
the
thanks
Dodgers
for playing.
can't believe their life. So the Dodgers, no runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 12 left on base. 0 for 6 for runners in scoring position. The Giants, 8 runs on 12 hits, 7 left on base, and they were 7 for 11 for runs scoring position. So yeah, Pena just couldn't get anyone out. Feel bad about it. He had the infinite ERA, and that's not good. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of the things by Autoplane. The 1920 Tribe win 5-4 in the 10th. Niehaus beats Miller. Joe Collins with a home run for the Yankees. He's the MVP, even though they lost. The 2005 Cardinals win in the 12th, 3-2, as Jesus Tavares beats Hugh Casey. Riser went deep for Brooklyn, back Pujols for the Cardis. The 1911 A's crush at 17-3. Combs beats Malone. Hack Wilson and Gabby Harnett hit home runs. 2 home runs by the Cubs for their 3 runs, and the A's scored 17 runs without a home run. That's life, baby. Toronto, Cleveland, and my Blue Jays crush it 15-2. Dave Steve crushes Westbrook. Grady Sizemore hit a home run, and yes, Elka used Bankston. Meanwhile, Mosby, Cliff Johnson, and Upshaw go hater tot for Toronto. So it looks right now 15-2. So it looks good for now. 55 Yankees beat the 05 Rangers 3-1. As Turley beats Chris Young. Irv Noren goes to DB2 for the Yankees. Another Yankee team, the 77 team, wins 8-2. Figueroa beats Fergie. Boo, you beat a Canadian. Furman Munson goes deep for the Yankees. Cubs, Jim Hickman. The 80 Phillies win 5-3. Carlton beats Spawn. Mike Schmidt goes deep. Michael Jack Schmidt. The 47 Tribe win 5-3. Feller beats Hadley. Bump Hadley up. And here's the MVP. I don't like that pitcher, but that's just life. The 1908 Cubs win in the 11th 3-2. Roebuck takes down Larry Durker, future broadcaster / Houston manager. Jimmy the Toy Cannon win with a home run. The 1912 Red Sox with a shutout. 5-0. Smokey Joe Wood beats Addy Joss, and he's in the MVP, of course. The 93 White Sox beat the 41 Red Sox 4-3. McDowell beats Harris. Roberto Hernandez is safe. Joe Cronin and Jimmy Fox went deep, but Blackjack McDowell does his job. Kansas City Cincy sees the 77 Reds with a shutout. Norman takes down Leonard. Fred Norman was just basically lights out in that 1977 tournament. Oakland Pittsburgh sees the Pirates win 11-9. Earl Francis takes down Todd Burns. Mr. Burns, excellent. That's excellent. Mark McGuire went deep for Oakland, but Skinner and Stewart. Skinner and Dick Stewart. Dr. Strangeglove. And in the final game, the 47 team wins in the 12th 5-2. Carl Drews beats Whitey Ford, with Johnny Blanchard going deep for the 61 squad. Ellie Reynolds. Man, you let Ford pitch. Yeah, he gave up those 3 runs, and then Arroyo came in. But Reynolds pitched 10 2/3. It's like, you let Ford pitch 11 innings? Why? So that'll be it for the Blue Jays. Doyle Alexander against Cliff Lee. So yeah, we've done 16 games. That's how everything starts off nice and smoothly. We'll see more games later. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.